What's up YouTube, and welcome to all the Burbs in the Birb Nest. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Tonight I got a little special episode for you guys. I'm going through a bunch of altcoins, so this is going to be like a altcoin special, I guess. I've got a lot of charting requests from the community, so yeah, let's just dive right in. Alright, so we'll start off by looking at Teslas versus the US dollar on Bitfinex. So looking at the weekly here, we have a very nice trend going on. As you can see, we broke the 21 EMA on the weekly right here and bounced off it here, and that kinda took us to all the way up to the all-time high right up here. So very nice move here from on the weekly. And as you can see here, we came down and tested the 21 EMA right here, confluent with this support level here, and bounced up above. Let's zoom into the daily here. We are now trading right above this support area right here. You should probably mark it out as a general area here. So yeah, something like this, right? We obviously have some liquidity between this support right here and 0.302 Fibonacci, confluent with the weekly open. So price is obviously, price is above the 21 EMA and bouncing off it. So this area right here is, it has been tested once right here, but we should see a pretty decent bounce here. And if we break this area to the downside, next support would be the monthly open, confluent with this SR level right here. But looking at the price history here on Teslas, as long as we are trading below the 21 EMA, that's usually a bad sign, right? So I would like to stay above the 21 EMA and continue higher here to break this support area up here. Let's change that one to red instead. So I would like, if Teslas is bullish, which you kind of, looking at the weekly, it's looking very nice actually. So if we get continuation here, I would like to see this resistance here get reclaimed for a move higher, basically right into, take out this high up here and, start trading into the all-time highs, right into, price discovery. I don't think, I'm not sure Teslas is, has more price history on another exchange, so I would say, I think if we do start to trade above this area here, we are in the price discovery, and yeah, that would be pretty cool. So if we actually start trading, reclaiming this area, I would be long targeting this high up here, and saving maybe 25% of my position for higher targets. For the bear case, I would wait for this support to break, look for this level to hold as support, the monthly open. So what I would like to see is something like this: break this one, bounce here, reclaim that. This kind of movement would be very nice to see. If we break this area right here, we have an obvious liquidity zone here, a support down here. But what I'm really looking for is, like, the RLC is right below this support here. So I would not be surprised if we are going lower. I would not be surprised to see a move like this, small bounce here, rejected, break this one, trade up, here, couple of weeks or days, and then we see, a impulsive move down into RLC, and that's what I want to see. That's where I want to see a reversal, right? So if we are bearish, I would love to see a reversal inside the RLC. Seeing as we have the daily 21 EMA and the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA right on this support here, makes me think that we might actually see a pretty nasty, a pretty powerful bounce in this area right here. But ultimately, if we are going down lower, I want to see a move down into the RLC. Right, so next up is Teslas versus BTC. We got a similar move here. We broke the 21 EMA on the weekly to the upside, and we never really came down to to test it again, but we just took off right up to the area around the all-time highs up here, right? So very, very strong impulsive move when breaking the 21 EMA on the weekly. And another thing I'm seeing here is the 21 EMA on the weekly is actually crossing this green 55 EMA. So got some bullish cross here with the moving averages, which is nice, and especially on the weekly. So as you can see here, we came down and tested the 21 EMA here and the 55 EMA and had a very nice bounce above it. So if the weekly candle can actually close above this support area right here, I think we are, we will probably see a move up to this area for a around 10% move, and next resistance will be this area here for 15 to 20% move. And if we do reclaim that one, I believe we are going up here and reclaim that one, and we're in price discovery, right? So for the bullish case, I would like to see the weekly close above this support zone here for a move higher, and the bearish case would be a close below for a move down to this one. And this is probably the RLC. If you, let's see if we can find the RLC of this move. Yeah, so this is looking very nice actually. If we do lose this level here, we have the midpoint of the RLC right in the middle of this high time frame support here. So I don't really think I need to even look at the daily here. This is all you need, right? Weekly close above this support, a move higher. Lose this level, a move down into the RLC for a possible reversal. Alright, and look at this. You have something that you could call a weekly W here, right? So you have something like a weekly W here. The weekly W broke out to the upside here, and if we actually do come down and test this area, that would all, the RLC would be confluent with the breakout point of the weekly W, and here we got a W2. So yeah, buying weekly W breakouts and buying the retest of the breakout is, as you can see, usually a good idea. So next up is XRPBTC, so Ripple coin versus Bitcoin. So the weekly isn't really looking that good at all actually. So we're below the weekly 21 EMA, and as you can see here, we got reacted here, and that reaction kind of took us down back to the lows. We are now trading slightly below the RLC of this move. So what I'd like to see is we need to get above this area right here, confluent with the midpoint of the RLC. So we need to reclaim this area. We need to see a move up here for a move higher. So XRPBTC looking very weak on the weekly. Let's zoom into the daily and see if we can find anything more interesting. No, not really. As you can see, we are consolidating in this general area right here. We need to break out of this range here. If we start trading lower, that would be a very bad sign for XRP. We need to get above the 21 EMA, the daily 21 EMA, this yellow line to start with, but we really need to reclaim, like I said, on the weekly, we really need to reclaim this area. I would love to see a daily open and close above, and the reason why I look for daily open and close is, here's a very good example. This is a fake out. You have a strong move, the daily candle closing above this area here, but the next candle actually closes back below. So this is a textbook fake out. If you wait for example, let's say this candle opens here and it would have closed here, that would have been a daily open and close above, and that would, in my book, confirm a breakout. You could also look at the 4 hour for, less confirmation, but if you look at this pump on the 4 hour, you had a beautiful, open and close above here, but price just kept trading down after that close. So Waiting for a daily open and close is obviously much better. So yeah, for XRPBTC, we need to reclaim this area for move higher. This is a major resistance right here. Here's another resistance area. So I would like to see price reclaim the midpoint of the RLC, trade up and reclaim the the 0.618 Fibonacci level here, the high of the RLC, for a move up to this daily, to the EQ of this daily order block right here. Right, that's it. And here's XRP versus the US dollar, XRPUSDT on Binance. So this is a very nice chart actually. Very clear, clearly defined SR levels right here. And as you can see here on, let's go on the weekly. Price got reacted by the weekly 21 EMA, so this is obviously a strong level to be watching. When price actually starts trading up, we are probably going to see this, price get reacted by the 21 EMA next time too. Looking at the daily here, we came down and started, we tested this support right here and had a nice little bounce, but started trading down once again. So what I would like to see is for price to come down and actually test this area right here, the midpoint of the RLC. As you can see, it it acted as resistance here, broke above support, and that was the move that took us up here. So I would like to see if price can bounce in this area. We need to see the 21 EMA getting reclaimed while still trading above the 55 EMA. That would be very bullish in my opinion, but it's looking pretty weak right now. So I would anticipate a move down into RLC, probably like a quick wick or whatever, and reclaim the high of the RLC and then reclaim this area for move higher. That would be a very nice setup to wait for this bounce and then long a retest of this area right here. Right, next up is SILBTC. So looking at the weekly here, not looking very good. We have let's change this one to resistance. So we have we had the breakout here, got reacted by this resistance right here, and yeah, just dumped right through support, and we are now trading back down at the lows, and we haven't really seen any proper bounce in RLC. So what I would like to see here is a reclaim of this area here, confluent with the midpoint of the RLC. Let's zoom into the daily here. So as you can see here, if we reclaim this area here, the 63 sets area, we will have reclaimed the daily 21 EMA and the 55 EMA. So that will be very bullish in my opinion. We might probably see some kind of a W on the daily here maybe, and breakout, retest, and then reclaim this area, and that's where I would like to go long for a move up to resistance up here for about a 20% move or something like that. So reclaim the midpoint of the RLC, that would be quite bullish, and that's what I'm looking for right now. SIL is looking very bad actually. I mean, you got a decent RR down here, but with this wick right here, I'm not really seeing a proper place to place a stop loss. You could probably, if you like really want to take a trade on this one, which I don't think is a good idea, but maybe place your stops below that wick there, and take profits up here for pretty good R, but very risky trade because we're in a obvious downtrend here. So I would like to see lost supports get reclaimed again for a show of strength, right? And when I see that strength in the the price action, I'm ready to go long. But until I see a clearly a clear bullish break in market structure, I'm not gonna long anything. So yeah, that's it on SIL. Let's see if we can find anything else to look at. So here's LINKBTC on the weekly for you guys. As you can see here, we had this very nice pump here back in September, October, So I've measured my RC from this low to this high up here, and as you can see here, we have the 50% level here, confluent with the weekly 21 EMA. So that's obviously going to be a strong area to watch if price comes down here. These dotted lines here are the range I'm looking at. If you zoom into the daily here, you will see the range more, clearly defined, with the range EQ confluent with the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. Right now, we saw price reclaiming range low from move up to range EQ. We are not trading back down towards range low. We had a nice bounce here on the yellow 21 EMA. So this area right here between range low and range EQ is a no trade zone for me, because I just feel like it could go either way here, right? One, a very nice thing that this is a pretty good trade if you see like a confluence like this. You have the 21 EMA on the daily confluent with the 0.382 Fibonacci level. So this is a very nice area of confluence right here. So you could have entered here from move back up to range EQ for a 10% move, but seeing as support is right below, you don't want to place your stop inside the support level, right? That's a very bad idea. You should never place your stop at support or resistance, because you will probably get stopped out and price is going to move against you. So not really seeing a proper setup here. If you're a scalper or a day trader, or you like to take the actively watch your shots, this is a pretty good setup, because you can enter here and as soon as you had this bounce, you could have entered above this area with a stop right below here, right, for for trade, something like this. Take profit up here, and the stop right below that one for a 1% loss. So that's up to range EQ. That's a 12-hour trade, so that's like super good. But you have to be very active to take trades like this. You have to be like constantly watching the chart, and that's like, for me, that's way too stressful. I can't really trade that way, because I tend to make a lot of impulsive, stupid decisions. So for me, the area between range EQ and range low is a no trade zone for me. I will want to see either a move like this, bounce off the yellow 21 EMA on the weekly, reclaim this area for a move higher up to the EQ, or reclaim EQ for a move up to range high. So that's my plan for LINKBTC. I've got alarms for this area to break to the upside, and alarms for when price comes down and test this area once again. And also notice how we got this white 200 simple confluent with the purple 200 EMA, creating some nice confluence down in this area. So if we come down and actually test the 21 EMA on the weekly right here, I would not be surprised to see a wick down into this area here, or quite possibly a wick down into the support here. But yeah, I'm not going to buy the first retest here. I'd like to, buy a confirmed bounce and reclaim of the level above. Alright, so we had the shorting request for INSBTC, in Solar versus Bitcoin on Binance. So if you guys remember, this dump right here was when the team of InSolar released some pretty awful, some very bad news, basically. So this dump was driven by FA, basically. Very bad fundamentals. Very simple chart in my opinion. Obviously, when you have such a strong fundamental catalyst like the bad news that they released, you will have to be very careful buying into a product like this, especially when it's back down at the lows, right? So buying here is probably suicide. But if we actually do reclaim this area here, I would anticipate a small move, a 50% move up into this area right here. So I can't really do a lot of analysis on this one, but reclaim this area for a move higher up into the yellow 201 EMA. We got the 200 simple right here, so that's probably gonna act as strong resistance. So yeah, a decent trade I guess. I'm not really sure where I would place my stop loss. I mean, the obvious place would be down here, but that's like a 20%, like a 15 to 20% loss. And on a coin like this, when you only, you know, it's the R isn't really there. I would like to, I mean, maybe if you enter, you know, at the top of this resistance area here, you could place your stop below this wick here, I think. I mean, if you look at this one, this one, and this one, you could have your stop below that level, enter around this area, place your stop somewhere in that area for a move. That's still a very bad R. So no, I'm not seeing I'm not seeing a proper setup on this one, I'm afraid. If you need to trade a coin like this one that have recently released very bad news and has obviously pretty, you know, stupid fundamentals, to be honest, you have to really look for a setup that's actually worth it. And right now I'm seeing, you know, I'm not really seeing an obvious level to place my stop, and I'm seeing way too much resistance up here. So I'm not gonna trade this one. Maybe if it breaks this one to the upside, but like I said, there are you know, the risk to reward ratio isn't there. So like, I would like to see a move up here to you know, to really show strength. Reclaim this area here would be a move above all the major moving averages, and also reclaim the 21 EMA on the weekly. So that's what I like to see for, you know, a strong bullish case. We need to get into this area right here again. So in solar, not really something I'm looking to enter. Next up is Dash BTC, and this is actually pretty interesting because if you take the RLC, measure it from this, from the low down here to the high up here, you will notice that the midpoint of the RLC comes in right in the middle of this support zone right here. And as you can see, the support zone is also confluent with the yellow 21 EMA on the weekly. So that's the area I'm watching for Dash. If we, you know, reclaim, if we trade down and retest this area down here, I anticipate a pretty strong bounce. So that's the area I would like to enter on Dash. Looking at the daily, we have some very nice confluence in this area right here too. We have the white 200 simple, the 55 green, the green 55 exponential, and the blue 99 exponential. So some very nice confluence in this support right here, and the midpoint of the RLC. We will most probably see a bounce here on the yellow 21 EMA, but lose this one, and we will most probably see a move back down into the RLC. And the last coin is going to be Dash versus the dollar USDT. So this is basically looking exactly the same as the Dash BTC chart. You have the weekly breakout here, you have the support down here confluent with the midpoint of the RLC, and the 21 EMA on the weekly. Looking at the daily, we have the 200 simple right at the top of this support. You have the green 55 and the blue 99 exponential too in this area. So basically what I'm looking for is exactly the same as the BTC pair. And when you have both the BTC pair and the USDT pair looking the same and actually looking bullish, that's you know, added confidence to added confidence to the bullish case, basically, when you have both pairs looking good.